There's not enough housing for students in Lund or in a lot of student towns. There's around 30,000 students living in Lund. This year we had a lottery for the novices or the newcoming students, where we put aside 700 units for the students, and 2,300 people applied for those 700 spots. It's a kind of a harsh situation, and there have been stories of people not being able to study because they don't have somewhere to live. We needed to find new solutions to get more student housing quickly. This is one of the ways to do it, build smaller and make the process faster.
Welcome to BoKompakt. So this is my place. Yeah, so it's 10.2 square meters. That 0.2 is pretty important. It's most definitely the smallest I've ever lived. Yeah, so here's the kitchen area. You're standing in the hallway. The eating area, the dining room is here. And here we have the living room with this part, more or less. And here is the office, more or less.
This is a nicer feel than the typical white dorm rooms.
Yeah.
Like inside a boat.
Gets in more yeah, inside a boat, or it gets more cozy with it. It's a two-floor apartment, so up there is the bedroom and the lounge area. So this is pretty dangerous stairway, actually.
Narrow.
Yeah. Here's my bed, 90 centimeters bed. So it's pretty small, but it works. And I mean, yeah, and I mean, it's not that. I mean, you're able to stand up, and I'm able to stand up more or less here as well. Like, yeah, but I mean, I can stand like this anyway, and like be able to move still, and not only like be like crouching around.
This is really small. Now, is this legal?
No, it's not. No, it is legal because they got a special. We got a special permit for this, so we're not going to say that it's illegal. But in general, this kind of construction is illegal in Sweden because the housing situation for students is.
They have to be disabled, adapted.
Accessible.
Accessible, exactly.
So this is a toilet and a...
Toilet and shower and everything. So if you, here is shower. If you put this in, then the water comes from there, and if you put it out, it comes there.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is pretty small.
I mean, this is really efficient bathroom. I don't think, I mean, how wide? There's a little more room, right?
Yeah, it's like maybe
an extra
20 centimeters, 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters.
Yeah, but it's enough. I mean, that's enough. Yeah.
No.
There's not enough housing for students in a lot of student towns. There's been a lot of discussions on how to improve the situation. The government has asked for initiatives to improve the situation and kind of be able to construct cheaper housing faster. This was the first house that we built to just try out the concept of compact living, and it's 8 square meters. One girl got selected to live there, and she lived for a year. So it actually worked. The kitchen was a little bit too small, but all in all it was pretty successful. The different sectors of government were asking for initiatives like this. So when we tried to do something and push the law or step outside of the law and get this permit, I was supported by the initiative from the government. There's strict construction rules about accessibility nowadays, so they need to be bigger than they used to be, just because disabled people need to be able to access the apartments as well. So all our other constructions, all our other new housing is adjusted to be accessible. You need to have that in mind, and that's why almost everything we're building is made accessible as well. Everything else, exactly. But this is a way to kind of negotiate the harsh housing market. So we have to do something to get a little bit more units out there. Yeah, come here. We have the handicap adjusted bathroom here for guests of those that live here.
Oh, I see. So you didn't
There is a handicap toilet that we all share.
It's always a hard balance because Sweden is kind of progressive in a lot of ways. So that's a hard balance between trying to make housing really good for everyone and regulate it so that there's good ventilation, accessibility, heating, insulation, things like that. But also just trying to get a lot of units out there because we have a need of housing.
And so then you just, now that it's off, you just hold that over your head? I mean, is that the...
Yeah, or I'm pretty lazy, so I always like have it here. Yeah, then everything gets wet, but still I have a good shower. I always take this out, so I can take that out.
So you can actually take a shower without getting everything wet?
Yeah, no, I don't worry about that. Like, I take this out, but my friend did, it's really wet now, because my friend didn't take it out before.
It doesn't bother you that the whole thing gets wet and that you're, you know...
No, but I mean, it's the floor is sloping, so it comes down pretty quickly. And I mean, I take out, like this doesn't get really wet either. And this is the smartest thing, to have this really high up, because then it won't get wet either. So, yeah, if you have it here, then it's going to be really wet, but here it's okay.
And so you mop it up after?
I do, if I shower in the morning, then I do that, but otherwise I just let it slip. But it's working perfectly, this part.
Really?
Yeah, I have no problem with having the small area as toilet. But I mean, that's the beauty of it. I mean, you don't have to have a big toilet. This is the part I need. I need a mirror and this. Yeah. The toilet part.
Yeah.
I mean, the kitchen, the best thing with it is it's a pantry. Is that called in English? When it's only like two of these and like it's like only this big. What is that called?
We usually divide kitchens into real kitchens and pantries.
Yeah, and this is still a real kitchen.
And this is still a real kitchen. We have a generation now that has been growing up with parents that have been making extravagant dinners and having a lot of cookbooks, and so that's kind of why we didn't put a smaller kitchen. Studies have showed in Sweden that students really want a lot of kitchen space. They want like a full stove, they want areas to work with. And
it was the test apartment only had like 2 hot plates, and they said like we need 4 hot plates. Yeah, and that's actually the best part with it.
So you think you need 4 hot plates?
I don't really need 4 of the hot plates, but I mean I need the area of it. Like I need to put stuff everywhere, and even if I only use 2 and 2 at a time. But I mean, when it's done, I have to put them somewhere, and then I put them there or there. And like I can always like work and cut groceries or so on this one, and or like on the kitchen table. And I mean, if I have had like 20 persons on a pre-party here, and then we took this down and had it, yeah, you can take it down.
Students just got that from home, just wanting to cook a lot, and that's why even if we build smaller, we need to maybe have a really tiny bathroom but a lot of kitchen space. And people want to, even if they're 20 years old, they want to be able to make dinner and sit down with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I can put them like this, and then we have more of a space.
A dance floor.
Yeah, a dance floor. Yeah, definitely. This works.
If you're gonna live this tiny, you need to have quality in the details.
One leg.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty stable. Works fine.
Yeah.
So I do this. And then that's the thing with this apartment as well. You have to be pretty active, because and I'm not that tall. If I need to get food on the shelf, then I need to use these every day, and that's pretty nice to be active in the apartment as well. I need to have a water boiler or anything. So I have all of these things, even if it doesn't look like I have them, because otherwise you would have them on here. Oi. It's not a lot to decorate, but still, like, everything gets to be a part of the decoration. Since we don't have like cupboards or anything, then like the food is becoming decoration. Yeah, like sometimes I buy groceries that looks pretty good to have them like, and as well like the clothes.
Everything's open. There's not a single closed.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not any closed areas. And the books most definitely, and the bottles.
I noticed that.
Yeah, but I mean, everything becomes decoration, and I think that's pretty nice. I like that, and I like to have my clothes up outside to show them. This is my closet, and I think that's pretty nice to have my shirts here because they look pretty nice with the colors and everything.
And so you just have a pole, though. I think it's just open. It's kind of like a wall as well, no? Like
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Privacy as well.
Yeah, exactly. And my bedroom area, and then here's like the wardrobe. Like, yeah, here I have like old t-shirts that I don't really use. I use it a bit because it's a bit easier than folding everything every time.
You have quite a bit of stuff. I mean, you're still able to have all your stuff.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's. I have pretty much space left actually, and now I just when I came here this semester, I took away the things I really don't use because before these were full.
So you've downsized just being here.
Yeah, a bit. Here's my 90 centimeters bed, so it's pretty small, but it works. Here's like 110 centimeters, so. We could have a bed that's 110 centimeters, but then we wouldn't have these areas. So, I mean, this is pretty nice to walk on and have it. So you can sit like this. I think it's pretty nice here as well because it's like a tree house. I actually call it a tree house because it feels like it.
It does feel like one actually because it's not suspended by anything. I mean,
No.
It's sort of cantilever off the wall.
No, exactly. And here, like, I always put the computer if I watch movies with someone.
So this is also a bit of a couch with a pillow.
Yeah, I mean, we can sit like that and have the computer there. But sometimes you eat food here, or pretty many times.
So that's your date night spot.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, that's a good view of it.
It feels high, actually.
Yeah, I don't really know the height of the roof. Do you know? Two up there.
So I'm 170, so up. It's definitely two.
Like maybe it's two of you up here, and then it's maybe a half more.
So 4.
Yeah, 4 meters.
Yeah.
So definitely 4 meters.
Some students say I want to live smaller and cheaper, so this is a good way to meet those students' demands. It's never going to be our idea to roll this out in all kinds of student areas and just want all the students to live like this.
So you're saying it's an option?
It's an option.
Do you like this? I mean, do you feel like it's just...
Like it's my home? Yeah, I do actually. I do like it a lot. Because everything here is my own, more or less. And I think that's pretty nice to have my own space. I don't need more than this, and it's just perfect. And it's really cozy. And my friends love it. They want to be here all the time, but they can't be.
Yeah, there's a balance that you need to try to make out what's the best choice between trying to have a lot of regulations and trying to produce a lot of housing units. And I think that's the struggle that Swedish housing politics is in right now, and also the housing organizations that are non-profit and trying to do the best for the resident. That's a really hard balance to try to make.
Now you're just a student, so
Yeah.
How much space do you want next?
Actually, I had a birthday party when I turned 21, and then the theme was future, and then my friends wrote a card that it said, and so much congratulations for your new apartment from 10.2 square meters to now -5 square meters. But I don't know, like my next thing would be to live with someone, and then I mean, now I live pretty small and I think it's good, but of course I could live bigger, but I mean this is cheap and good.
So there's some scientists looking at the effects of this kind of housing on the inhabitants. If there's like a good quality of life in the housing, which is really important because you don't want to just because there's a housing crisis, you don't want to just make solutions that are not working and not actually making people happy. So the fact that they're actually enjoying their stay is really important for us.